According to a published 58-page assessment of the testing, researchers would have been releasing inert chemicals into the air and measuring how much of them penetrate the buildings on site. The department says the tests would have determined how protected people would be when staying inside if biological agents are used in a terror attack. The government insisted the chemicals were harmless. The concern seemed to be growing. One thing is obvious: the concern over a biological attack seems to be increasing, with reports every couple of months about threats and preparations. And a couple of months ago, you had Bill Gates warning of a possible epidemic that would kill off a lot of people. It begs the question, what do they know about this that we don't? The DHS has released information about the possibility. A biological attack is the intentional release of a pathogen, disease-causing agent, or biotoxin, poisonous substance produced by a living organism, against humans, plants, or animals. An attack against people could be used to cause illness, death, fear, societal disruption, such as a civil unrest, which would lead to martial law, and economic damage. An attack on agricultural plants and animals would primarily cause economic damage, loss of confidence in the food supply, and possible loss of life. It is useful to distinguish between two kinds of biological agents: transmissible agents that spread from person to person, e.g. smallpox and Ebola, or animal to animal, foot and mouth disease. Agents that may cause adverse effects in exposed individuals, but that do not make those individuals contagious to others: anthrax, botulinum toxin. In such an attack, you could be in a technology vacuum. Cell towers may be shut down to reduce the possibility of remote detonations of other devices. At least in the UK, there's a plan in place to shut down unhelpful information on the internet. The important thing to remember is that in this and any other type of terrorist situation, you'll be completely on your own. The things you learn ahead of time may be the only information you have available to deal with the situation. And first and foremost, to you sincere Akim out there, what you should be concerned about is having the correct knowledge of these laws, statutes, and commandments, because in these terrible days of Jacob's trouble, it's going to be your spirituality that's going to get you through it. Though, of course, it's good to know basic survival skills in case you find yourself in having to live off the land in the wilderness. Here's a link to the fact sheet the DHS created about the potential of biological threats. Are you concerned about the possibility of a biological attack? Well, I've pretty much gotten to the point there. But as you can see with this article, there's the idea of a possible biological attack in the foreseeable future, which not only is that going to happen through man-made means, but there's also going to be natural biological viruses that are going to affect the populations of people as well. And I'm going to go to Luke chapter 21, verse 11. Salakia. I had my phone on airplane mode. Luke chapter 21, verse 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, which if you keep up with the news, you'll see that there are earthquakes almost every day. And famines, such as in Yemen, as well as Venezuela, and pestilences, talks of biological attacks and natural biological viruses, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. So, brothers, we're in the end game right now, so we just got to keep our eyes open, and especially where it says, and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. This brings me to an article in bustle.com that reads, the July 2018 moon is also a lunar eclipse, and here's how often that happens. The month of July is filled with some pretty exciting astrological activity. First, Mars went retrograde at the end of June, a period which lasts through July and into August. Then there was the July new moon that happened to fall on Friday the 13th. Now we're looking forward to July's full moon called the Buck Moon, which is happening on July 27th and also happened to be a total lunar eclipse, aka a blood moon. And a lot of these events in the heavens have been happening over these past couple of months. 2 full moons in 1 month, super blood moon, super blue blood moons, I believe, blue moons, worm moons, buck moons, and blood moons, as it said. And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven, showing that the Most High is about to make his presence more known to the average person out here. So with this video, I hope you sincere Akim were edified. I'm going to say a Baba Ball, Kwam Yasharala. Until next time, Shalom.